We are. So, can somebody, I guess K-Chan,
I will check.
take a look and make sure we're looking as good as I hope we are?
Let me check.
And we also probably should test Camper Darb's audio, make sure he's coming through.
Okay.
Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Also, I'm going to turn up the gain on the mic just a touch, just a tickle. That should do it.
Okay. Looks good.
How do we sound, though?
Let me check.
Does... Oh, I sound good.
Good.
Camper Darbo, can you say some stuff so I can make sure you're coming through?
Say some stuff so I can make sure you're coming through.
Oh, perfect.
Sounds good? We good?
We good.
We good? If we're good, I'm going to put on my headset and we can get down to business.
Yes.
Alright, I'm putting it on. I also have the reader thing should be up, but I don't know if anybody's commented. I don't think anyone has. It should work
I
though.
can check.
It should just work, but alright, I'm gonna put on my headset now. Oh,
Yeah.
oh god. Okay. Here we go. Let's get in this. Into VR, Lando. Let me grab the controllers from under the table. Well, not a real table. Hey Kay, am I facing the computer?
Yes.
Good?
Mm.
Alright, time to turn around here. Oh yeah, you should look, Kay. See if the frame rate is wackadoo. If you can. Hopefully it's not.
It's not.
It's good?
It's really good.
Oh, that's good. I guess it was just Apex that was weird then, huh?
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Okay. I'm in. I'm good. Alright, quick introduction. Hey everybody, I'm DD Blue Zero. I'm with K-Chan and Camper Darb, and we are about to play Marvel United. We streamed this once before. It wasn't super popular at the time, but I don't care. It's too cool to not stream. I'm playing in VR. Kay is playing in normal boring mode. Camper Darb is playing in normal boring mode remotely. And that's it. Alright, so K-Chan, you said you wanted to be Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones. And we have all the characters now, huh?
Almost.
Almost.
Okay. Let's see. Loki, huh? Is that Loki's costume? I don't even realize he had a costume. Ronan. Who did I want to be last time? I think I said I wanted to be like Venom.
These are the villains, Dominic.
Huh?
These are the villains.
Oh. Alright. Well, still cool. Alright. Let me float over to the other side of the table here. These are the heroes?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on, I want to get perfectly good here. Alright. Okay. Thor. Is that dinosaur Thor? How does it even work? Alright. Fine. I don't know who this is either. Who is... Oh, it's Korg? Beta Ray Bill? Really? Okay. Thor. Valkyrie. Why is Thanos in the heroes section?
Space reasons.
Cool.
Oh, sure, just throw them around.
Doctor Strange. Drax. Elektra, Falcon, Ghost Rider. Man, he really did bring it. Oh, Daredevil, huh? Oh, wow, America Chavez. I would not have guessed that she would be popular enough to get her own little character in here, but good for her. Daredevil. Luke Cage. Man, there's so many choices.
I know.
I thought I wanted to be... I kind of thought I just wanted to be Venom this time, because I played Miles Morales last time. But, gosh, now I can't decide. Is this Punisher? Does he have a bazooka? Punisher. Quicksilver. Oh, Spider-Man 2099. Wait a minute. Is that what Spider-Man 2099 looked like? No, it's not.
My screen is not smooth again.
Oh, what does that mean? Oh, on the stream? You getting like 2 frames a second or something?
Little bit. Well, I'm not gonna move so much, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's not such a big a deal in a non-FPS.
Yeah, sure. Hopefully it'll be okay. If they could see like your hand and stuff.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi is cool. Vision. Did one of us play Vision before?
Me.
You, that's right. You played Vision. Alright. I think I want to be... Who's Okoye? I don't know who that is.
From Black Panther.
Oh, I haven't seen those movies yet. Fine. Oh, Howard the Duck? Really? Alright. I'm gonna pick Daredevil for...
No, you won't.
Really? Why? Did you pick Daredevil?
No,
Why won't I pick Daredevil? Is he not done?
it's not done. The ones without cards under them?
Oh my golly gee willikers. How come Cable's not in here?
Cable's a mutant.
What does that mean? Separate universe?
Well, you know, the whole X-Men Kickstarter just happened. A whole separate...
Is Cable a mutant?
Yeah?
I didn't know that. I know he's the son of Cyclops, and Cyclops is a mutant, so fine. Alright. Well, in that case... Oh, Nova, huh? Isn't Nova a little overpowered? Well, I mean, in the comics he was. You know what? I think I'm gonna play Spider-Man 2099.
Okay.
Alright, so what do? Grab him?
Yeah, just grab the deck. If you grab the... Or you can hold both, well, that works too. And, who are we fighting against? Or do you want to try a special return of the Sinister Six mode?
Oh, Sinister Six mode. I don't know. We got pounded pretty hard in Sinister Six mode, but what?
Well, we didn't do Sinister Six mode. We lost against Green Goblin. Was it?
What's the matter? What are you talking about, Darb? K-chan?
What?
Okay, I did it.
K-chan was concerned about something, but I'm not sure what it was.
She dropped her deck on the table.
Yeah, I did it.
Oh god, I'm in flick mode. Okay.
Please don't.
No, I'm back. I'm good. I got it.
I'm a Jessica Jones.
Okay. Villain. I want a challenge. We got stomped last time. I like to think we can do better this time. Do you have any thoughts on the matter, Camper Darbs?
Well, you were asking about Kingpin, I think, last time, so I made sure he was ready.
Who?
Kingpin?
Oh, yeah. Let's do Kingpin. Oh, dude. Yeah, heck yeah.
Okay.
I love that I can make these, like, super huge. I thought Spider-Man 2099 was blue. Why is this one white?
There's some variations on the costume.
Huh. Cool. Neat. Kingpin. K-Chan, you know who Kingpin is?
Mm.
He's Spider-Man's enemy. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, let's see. If we've got Kingpin,
Yes.
maybe I should grab something else that's Spider adjacent. You know what? I haven't seen Spider Woman played, so we'll grab Spider Woman. And I suppose we should use the locations from the Spider-Verse if we're gonna keep this accurate. All the Queens type locations.
Like New York and stuff, Manhattan. Hey, K-Chan.
Hmm?
It's okay if we haven't gotten any comments, but I'm just curious if the text-to-talk is working.
Sure. I will check comments too.
Let me know if something arrived, or if we got anything or not. I just want to make sure.
Sure.
If we didn't, we didn't. That's fine. But if we did, I don't want to be neglected.
Right. You're on me right now.
I'm looking at Jessica Jones.
Okay. Cute, isn't it?
It is. It is cute. Since I can't see her because she's your card, all I get is a big white sponge.
Mm-hmm.
Jessica Jones got kudu yo. Nige my show. I don't think that's how the
What?
song goes. Or maybe it does. We're singing the Jessica Jones theme song.
Ah. Okay, so Kingpin has his own plot thing going on. You'll notice there are numbered tokens on each of the locations. I randomized them and put them all on the board.
Number of token? Oh, number tokens. Yeah.
Numbered tokens, yeah, like
Yeah.
that guy there.
I see it. Uh-huh.
So he has 6 cards in his deck that are this card called Advance the Plan. So he's gonna, when he draws one of those cards, he's gonna go to the next lowest number that's still on the board and get rid of it. And also deal damage to any heroes that happen to be there.
Okay.
He wins if he gets rid of all 6.
Okay.
So you don't necessarily want to be standing on the location that's the next spot he's going to go to.
Advance the plan. Place them in the location with the lowest number. Plan token and discard it. Okay. I really do enjoy that they really caught the essences of each character and villain in chibi form. That's no easy task.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I can do stuff again like I couldn't in the previous.
Yeah.
Like I can switch modes like I'm supposed to.
I'm glad you found out.
I flicked.
Dominic.
Sorry. I was
What are you doing?
I was just testing flick mode. It works.
That's nice.
Okay, thank you.
Please don't destroy the
You
table.
stay right there. You're good right where you are, little Spider-Man. K-Chan, did you see if we have any comments?
No comments right now.
Okay, so it's not TPS. That's all I wanted to know. You don't have to keep checking. I was just curious.
We start opposite.
Yeah, Tabletop Simulator is awesome and gets a ton of views after the fact, but it's usually not super popular live because people don't stream it often.
Yeah, it's something that's better when you can skip forward a bit while people are making decisions and such.
all the ones that I've put up on YouTube are people really like it, and to see what you can do with it, and the VR and how accessible it is has been pretty popular.
So let's go over the threats for a minute, because these are kind of some unique ones. There's 2 cards here, like this one that says Connections. As long as this threat is in play, whenever we defeat a thug, they don't go on the mission, they're just discarded. So we can't complete that mission while that's there. And there's 2 of them.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm trying to follow you. Say that last part again.
There's 2 of these connection threats on the board. There's one here and one, where's the other one? Over on the Brooklyn Bridge. As long as either one of those cards are still there, we cannot complete the Defeat Thugs mission.
Oh, no!
Because no thugs count.
Okay, I see.
Likewise, there's its opposite, the Secrets threat. There's 2 of them over here in Osborne Laboratories and the Daily Bugle, that any rescued civilians are discarded instead of being played on the mission card.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
So it really seems like we have to choose which one of those 2 we want to be able to do. Do we want to be able to rescue civilians or get rid of thugs, and concentrate on clearing those 2 threats early?
Got it.
Otherwise, there's no way we're going to be able to complete 2 missions and actually start hurting Kingpin.
Got it. Can you check
The only other threat of note is Bullseye right next to us, which anytime Kingpin bams, he's going to deal 1 damage to each hero in his location and adjacent ones. But if there's no hero there, he'll instead kill a civilian in those spots.
Oh, jeez.
So he's kind of a jerk.
Good. I'm glad he's a worthy opponent. That's kind of... I assumed he would be.
Alright, any other questions about this setup before we just get going?
No, I think we're good. K-Chan, we'll help you along the way. I know that was a little complicated. Basically, you can't rescue anyone unless you get rid of these threats.
Okay.
And you can't kill any thug. You can't get thugs on these cards over here unless you get rid of these threats.
Yeah, I mean, you can still get rid of the thugs to keep places from overflowing, you just don't get credit for it.
Got it.
Alright.
Alright, everybody draw up 3 cards. Make sure you shuffle your deck.
Okay. Oh, I drew 4! I didn't see it. How do I put it back?
Well, then just put it back and just reshuffle your deck.
Alright.
Ah! 見えてる？私のカード。
No, we can't see your cards.
Okay, good.
What?
I was gonna reshuffle.
You're making a mess over there.
Huh?
You're making a mess over there.
I know. That's my only issue with VR is
I don't even keep the first 3.
it gets messy. I'm gonna reshuffle because I didn't see my cards.
RMD8583, I didn't know it was coming on this soon.
Yeah, we just got it worked out right now. Well, I thought it would take longer to prep, but it didn't. Okay, reshuffling. Alright, here we go. Camper Darb, are you able to hear the TCTS thing?
It's a little light, but that's fine.
Okay.
I don't really need it.
1, 2, 3.
RMD8583, you need your mic up, Dom. Maybe K2? K, test.
Turn up the gain a little bit, Kuni, would you?
Game?
Yeah, there's a little volume thing on the back of the mic.
Okay.
Just turn it a little bit higher.
A little bit higher?
Yeah. Camper Darb, you can't see my cards, right?
No.
Okay, good, because I flipped them over in a very awkward way.
Yeah, it looks like you're making pancakes over there.
Yep, I'm flipping them weird.
Alright.
Were you able to turn it up just a little? Okay.
Just a little.
Thank you. Okay, so you cannot see mine, right?
No.
Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter for this game that much, but... Okay, I'm good.
Alright. Would anybody in particular like to go first?
Let me look at my cards first.
I don't have any movement in my hand, and I would like to at the start. I would kind of need to count on Jessica to get me mobile.
Wait, so you want to go first or you don't?
No, I don't want to go first.
I can go. I can go first.
Okay.
Okay. Well, of course, first of all is the villain. So let's see what's going on here. And he immediately gets rid of the first plan card, or his plot token.
RMD
Alright, he
8583,
does his-
I'm gonna play the BB and see if I can't find tips for you.
Okay.
He does his BAM, which deals 1 damage to each hero in his location. Nobody's there. But then Bullseye does his BAM, which does 1 damage to all 3 of us.
Dang, that was fast. So we have to discard a card.
Really?
Yep.
I hate
He
discard.
caught us flat-footed.
Discard it means what? Put it at the bottom of your deck?
Bottom of your deck, yes. And then he adds a bunch of thugs.
Wait, I didn't mean to put that in my. Okay, I got it. I'm getting it. Don't worry. There we go. Now
I did it.
I've almost done it. Okay, I'm good.
You did it?
Yeah, I'm down to 2.
Okay.
Alright, well, you're up, Spider-Man. 2099. Draw a card.
Right. Draw a card. Oh, that's good, but okay, I'm gonna go with this. Sorry, where am I putting? It's hard in VR. You can't. I
know.
can't rotate, or if I can, I don't know how. I'm like too nervous. All right, where am I? We're all here,
Mm-hmm.
and I put. I'm sorry, I played a move and a thing, so I can use a thing to run down on this threat, right?
You could. Do we want to defeat thugs more than save civilians, you think?
I think it doesn't matter at this point, and the faster we get it in motion, the better. So I will say thugs for that reason.
Okay.
Unless you unless you have a real good reason why.
No, thugs. Thugs are fine.
Yeah, right. I don't think it makes a big difference. So yeah, definitely, I'll put my counter here. Where is it?
Okay. I put it there for you.
Thank you. All right, so that's number 1.
And now you can move.
Okay, hold on. I don't want to be caught with what's his name. Well, what happens if I end my turn here? As long as there's a threat, there's no end turn bonus, I guess.
Well, you'll still be next to Bullseye.
Why does that matter?
Because he hurts people in his location and those next to it. So, like, right now, if you moved over to Kingpin, Bullseye couldn't hurt you anymore.
Man, that's rough.
Or you could move towards him and maybe plan to, start messing him up next turn.
Nope, I'm moving. Kingpin will be buddies. That's fine. That's my turn.
Okay, so that's all the actions on your card. Are you done?
Yep, done.
Then it's Jessica Jones.
Jessica
So,
Jones.
we'll draw 1 card.
Yeah, and you've got one. I could really use a movement there, Mrs. Jones.
He needs a movement. Spider-Woman needs a movement.
Oh, really?
If you got it.
I have this. Okay.
What was that?
Move and punch.
Oh, Jessica Jones.
Oh,
Moving punch. Yeah,
Oh.
that'll work.
Why did you, just a slight suggestion, why did you go punch Bullseye?
Punch.
Bullseye.
Punch bullseye.
Bullseye is the bad guy
Yeah.
who's over here.
This guy. Okay. I will move here. And punch this guy.
Okay. And you also have another movement and a heroic action.
Movement.
Your options are, you could save the civilian, but that just takes it off the board. It doesn't put it on the mission yet.
You should come here and do the threat like I did.
Well, since she's got 2 move, the matching one is next to her now as well.
Yeah.
So we can start working on both of them, because we have to clear both of them if it's to count.
I think I can move this.
Yeah,
Okay.
and now you can put a heroic thing there. Or save the civilian, your choice. Dominic.
I'm sorry. I won't do it
What
again.
are you doing?
I didn't. I just needed to check one small thing with that, and I'm done. I won't do it again. I got it. I understood.
Leroy.
I don't understand why I can only flick in one direction. It doesn't make any sense.
But this was here. Where's... Okay, that went off the
What?
board.
What did I do? Leroy. Okay. Come on. Alright.
Okay,
I did it.
there we go. Alright, so that is the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. I draw a card. And I'm going to play Poison Blast. So I'm going to move over one using Jessica Jones' movement.
Choose two.
And I find myself with 4 attack. Bullseye has 4 health. Bullseye is gone.
Dude, being able to delay the villain's turn seems OP to me.
It can be very powerful, especially when he's accelerated. But right now, I just wanted to get Bullseye had to go.
Understood.
And since that location now is clear, I can use the end of turn effect, so I gain a heroic token. And that's the end of my turn. So we're back to Kingpin. Oh hey, I'm standing on 2. Let's hope it's not it's not. Alright, so he's moving 1 step, and he is placing 3 thugs in the space right to him, which he cannot because it is full.
Oh no.
So for his overflow, he deals 1 damage to each hero in that location. So Spider-Man takes another damage.
Again.
Too
Man,
many
dude,
thugs.
Kingpin comes out swinging, man. Bottom of the deck.
Bottom of the deck. And then once you're done, it is your turn.
Done.
At least there's no more Bullseye throwing daggers at all of us. Or 2 of us.
Gosh, dude. Alright. So I'm over here, huh?
Mm-hmm. The thugs in your location take 2 damage to be defeated because of the threat there.
I ain't doing that. Let's just go with this.
Alright. I have given you 1 attack. Double wild. Alright.
Yeah, that should be helpful to everybody. Double wild and a punch?
Yes.
Alright, I want to use wild to move.
Okay.
Here. Other wild to do a heroic on the threat. And
Okay.
I guess I'll just, I don't know, punch a thug.
Punch a thug off the board. Okay.
Off the board. And that's end of my turn.
Jessica Jones.
Durgagers!
So you've got 2 wilds.
Yeah, 2 wilds.
You wild girl.
Okay. I will use this card. Down. Leroy.
Alright, so using your stars just to complete that?
Complete that.
Okay. You don't need to put it on if we're completing the whole thing, but okay. Alright. It's the second location completed.
Then 2 wild.
Yeah, 2 wild.
Somebody help me remove this threat.
Okay.
I'm so close.
So I don't need to punch this thug. Is that what you guys talking about?
If you punch a thug, it doesn't do anything other than take him off the board because of the threat. So threat, gakai gets sarerumade. No point, really.
No point. So I should move.
I mean, if it's full and he puts another thug on it, that's bad. So there are situations where you know it's not bad, but it's up to you.
Yeah, I will punch this thug.
Okay. And your last wild?
Last wild. Can I save this civilian?
Right. The same deal. It gets discarded because the threats are.
They're gone.
Ah, that's right.
It still gets it off the board, so it doesn't overflow.
I will move here.
Okay.
Done.
All right. It is my turn. Draw a card. I very much do not want to be where I am because I'm sitting on the location number 2, which is the next time his advance the plan cards will come in. So fortunately, I've got move cards. I'm gonna play move punch. I'm going to move. I'm going to use one of Jessica Jones' stars to complete this threat.
Yes, thank you.
Yay.
So now
Thugs can be punched.
defeated
thugs
thugs will count. So I'm going to use my punch to do that, and then that just leaves me with a single star, which I'll rescue a civilian, but it doesn't go on the card. Oh, end of turn effect. Oh, I may draw a card.
Well,
Nice.
that's delightful.
That is delightful. And now it's Kingpin's turn. No, that's not it. Oh, not his plan card.
Oh.
He's moving here. He's adding a whole bunch of crap. 2 places overflow, but nobody's there to hurt, so it doesn't damage us. He adds a thug and 2 civilians to Queens, but it doesn't overflow, so we're okay. No bam. Back to Spider-Man.
Drawing. Did that take 2? I think it did. I'm sorry. I put the one I didn't see down. You could put it in the bottom. I don't know why it took 2.
No, don't put it on the bottom. Just put it back on top because you have ones you had to place on the bottom.
Oh, okay. Alright, so what's my plan? So we can punch thugs again. And then this threat, gosh, those threats are a pain in the butt. And this place.
Giving you a move and a punch.
Say what? I have a move and a punch?
Yeah. But you may not want to move because ending your turn here will allow you to draw a card and heal.
Right. That would be good. Move and a punch I have, huh? Alright. Move and a punch, but I don't want to move. Well, I could technically move somewhere else and move back if I had 2 moves, right?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm going to do this.
Okay.
So 2 moves, a punch, and a star. Move 1.
So you could do both the punch and the star there and then move back for the heal? Is that
That's
the plan? That's it?
Punch,
Okay.
star, move back, draw a card.
Alright. Ba-doop-ba-doop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grab myself here, put myself back, end my turn there, draw a card. I'm just going to pick it up instead.
Have a nice, relaxing evening in Queens.
Yes, sir. And that's my turn.
Okay.
Jessica Jones!
Jessica Jones, draw 1 card. Alright. No. I will use this.
My PC is straight spun up.
Yeah.
The fan is like air conditioning right now.
Single wild. Okay, you have move, heroic, and single wild.
Okay. I will use this.
Okay.
And for this one for wild.
Another one. All right, so this is one of the two threats that we can't rescue civilians until they're gone. That's what you're working on there.
So I will move where? I will move here.
Right, because it's full and we can actually do stuff with the thugs.
Okay.
You all done?
Yep, I'm done.
All right. Draw. I don't need to heal in Queens again because I'm at max, or normally max health. So what do I got? I got a wild. Oh, every thug there takes 2 to get rid of, though. Nothing for it, I guess. Okay. We'll play Move and a Heroic. I will use Jessica Jones Wild as another move, and I'll join her over here and use the Heroic on this card. And on the way through, I'll also... Yeah, no, I'll use it here. Or, no, I'll use it here. Yeah. Okay. That is the end of my turn, so it is Kingpin. Okay, he's moving 4, and he's placing... So, that's terrible.
Oh no.
Because that overflows where we are, so we both take a damage.
Who's we?
Myself and Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones!
Jessica Jones.
Yeah, the one thing we haven't worked out is the hostage situation, or the civilians.
Well, we're there now to deal with it, so... So he hasn't been using his Advance the Plan cards yet, so they're stacking up in his deck. He's got 8 cards left, and 5 of them are Advance the Plan, so expect that to show up soon.
That's future DD Blue Zero's problem.
Not today's DD Blue Zero's problem?
Nope.
Well, it's your turn, Spider-Man 2099 DD Blue Zero.
Oh, drawing McCurd. Okay.
Keep in mind, if we complete another threat fully, he'll start going faster.
Ooh, this is a nice card. What do I have?
We're hit. You have a move and a heroic.
Move and a perfect. Okay. Hold on. Crud nuggets. Move and a heroic, and this thing is almost overflowed. Alright. I'm gonna do
Punch, punch.
Dabba punchy, as K-Chan likes to say. Right, sweetie?
Yeah. Double punch.
Dabba punchy! Alright, so... let's punch the thug here.
Okay.
And then what do I have? I have a punch and a what? A move and a heroic?
Yes.
Okay. Move to here. Heroic to get rid of the threat.
Okay, you have now sped up Kingpin.
Oh, crap. I thought speeding up Kingpin was if we finish the cards.
We did just finish a card.
Getting rid of all the threats. Doggone it. Oh well. Sorry. And what was the other thing I have left?
You have a punch.
Then punch a thug.
Alright, and for ending your turn there, you gain a move token.
I will take that. That sounds good to me. Give me.
Because you're a spider person, and you'll be swinging off of the Oscorp Tower.
Crud.
For some reason, Jessica Jones gets
RMDA
a move token, and
583
she's
dead
there
on the
too,
first
and
damn
she's
fight.
not a spider person.
I effing knew it.
Okay. It's my turn.
I sped up the enemy. I'm sorry, Kay.
Yes.
What did you do?
I made him.
It's a
RMDA
shame I should have
583,
said
yeah, you
something to
suck,
warn
Battle
him just
Brothers,
before he
dumb.
did it.
Cheeky smiley face.
Battle Brothers is rough, dude, but I found it. It'll take me some getting used to, but I think I can do it. Sorry, I'm responding to a comment, Camper Derb. I don't know if you can hear it.
All right. I will use this card.
Okay, you have Punch Punch, Wild Wild.
Good.
Uh,
That's flexible.
RMDA 583, I missed what you said. Bad timing buffering.
Oh, that's okay. I was just saying I enjoyed Battle Brothers and that it was challenging, but a good challenge.
This is
Okay, she's clearing another threat since we might as well get them all off the board now.
Screw it.
then punch.
Okay, and Punch Punch. All right, 2 more thugs off.
Yes.
So
And for ending your turn here without a threat, you can gain a attack token.
once we clear one of these two, we can hit Kingpin, right?
Correct. And if we clear both of them, we each draw a card.
And I never got my move token.
Well, why didn't you grab it? You were over there.
I don't know, Darb. I thought you were gonna give it to me. Forget it. Hold on.
Oh, I'll give it to you.
Oh, give it to me,
They're not
Darb.
gonna babysitting me.
He's not gonna
RMDA
babysit.
583, that's my point. You were going on about how bad you were doing, but your guys are still alive after, what, 3 fights? I died on the first fight. Wah,
You know, though-
cheeky smiley face.
You know, I talked to Camper Darb about that though, Ryan, and he said I got lucky in several aspects. And that
Okay, it is now back to Kingpin's turn.
I should have been dead.
Oh, and there's one of them. Advance the plan. He moves to number 2. He takes
RMDA
number 2 out of
583,
play,
And I am jelly. Cheeky smiley face.
and he puts a thug in each location near him. No overflow.
No overflow though, so that's okay. It's manageable.
Okay.
Alright, it is my turn, and I am inheriting a double wild from Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones.
So, what do we got? I don't want to do that. Huh. I've got too many punches for my own good here. I end up wasting a punch.
You know what's wild? I could never play a board game like this in real life with such a huge table. I mean, I could. Oh, I just got a big thing across my VR face.
Well, but remember, we played it at your table, at your parents' house.
That's true, we did. But this is really.
I mean, the difference was we didn't have the room to create this giant circle of cards around it. We just put them on the edge in a row.
That's true.
But it's still perfectly doable.
Good point. That makes me feel better. I just got a big alert in Steam that was like, Blind Ryan is playing Battle Brothers in case you need to know. Okay, thank you, Steam VR, for informing me.
So I can complete the last thread and give us all a card, but I'll end up wasting a punch. That's probably fine.
Oh, come on. One punch. What is it going to even do?
So I've got double wild and double punch. So I will use a punch here on this thug while I'm here. One of the wilds to move, and the second wild to clear this threat. We may now save civilians properly, and yep, okay. For ending my turn here, I can.
Her, she said.
Huh, what?
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I moved Jessica Jones. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to grab you there. End of turn effect. I may look at the top plan of the villain deck and put it on the bottom. His next move is not moving and hurting people where he is. I'm going to leave it right there. That's fine.
Hurting people where he is, and that means nobody.
Yep. So we'll let him do that. Spidey, it's your turn. Don't somehow move to Kingpin.
Okay.
Don't accidentally trip and end up under his foot.
Alright. Oh, these cards are so boring. Alright, where am I? Why? What happens if I land near him?
If you end your turn on him, his next card, we know it's going to be hurt where he is. So don't do that.
Hurt where he... Well, there's nothing... No reason for me to be over there anyway. What happens if we liberate a place, like we get rid of all the thugs on it?
Nothing. I mean, it
doesn't-
won't overflow.
Okay. What am I working with?
2 punches.
2 punches. 2 punches. Let me think. 2 punchery-doos.
You can do 2 punch.
I can do a lot of things, my dear.
Mm-hmm.
We can rescue civilians too.
Yes, now we can.
Okay then.
This is the first turn we can.
Here's the plan, Dan.
What is the plan?
I'm gonna use my crappy card here because I don't have many great ones, but
Oh, well, okay.
now I have 2 punches and wait a minute. I have 2
Wait a minute.
punches?
Yeah.
I don't want to play that card. Take it back.
Oh, I thought you were going to use your move token with that, which would make sense.
Oh yeah, I am gonna do that. That's what I was gonna do all along.
That was the plan all along.
Plan the whole time. What else would I do with a move token? All right, punchy, endy, thuggy.
Both thugs, okay.
Thugs. Get rid of it. Speed
That
up
mission
the-
is completed. Kingpin can now be damaged.
Good. You're welcome. Move token. Ooh,
Mhm.
I'm gonna flick it.
Please don't.
Come on, I'm gonna flick it. Ah, I missed. Oh no, I did it. It's gone.
Well, yeah, it's gone.
It worked, right? That's what you're supposed to do.
It worked. Yeah, you're just lucky you didn't, like, smack it into Kingpin's mini and send him into orbit as well.
That would have been... Actually, I think that would have gotten me bonus points. I think that would have been quite memorable. Alright, so movement, and then I have I can rescue
A
a
heroic.
hostage. So
Mhm.
I want to be here because I need to draw a card. So
Yeah,
I want
That
to
works.
move here, hostage, over here,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to draw a card, and that is the end of my turny turn.
Okay. Now there is one thing you did not stop to consider. Let's see if it bites you in the butt.
Great.
Kingpin's next card.
Well,
Oh, we already knew what it was. Right, it's no move ban.
yep. I'm good.
Because you're standing on token number 3, which is the next one to be consumed.
I'm going to become tiny.
So,
It's a long way when you're tiny.
and he gets another turn before you go again, so he may yet run over there and punch you for your, obstinance.
This kind of makes me wish I had like a tabletop room where I could just walk around and have life-size giant cards that are the same size as me.
That's cool.
It's so awesome.
And now it is Jessica Jones' turn.
Jessica Jones will draw a card first.
Whoa, what is she doing? Oh, that's my... Whoa, my cards are huge, enormous.
Alright. Okay. Not good.
Not good?
I will use this.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, she's standing around posing for the cameras a bunch, I guess.
why? What?
She's got 2 heroic actions, and there's nothing there to say for
No, nothing.
for you.
What should I do?
Move.
I don't have a move.
Use Brad's move.
What? You can't use what? What? My move? I played a move like 3 turns ago.
Oh, we use my move.
You used a heroic action.
Oh, we use a move token.
You had the only move token.
I don't have a move token.
Start flicking game pieces.
So,
Yeah.
in that case,
Well, I guess that's an okay card to waste, just a single boring one, and you get another attack token at least.
okay.
And you give me a heroic action to help clear out a civilian over here where it's absolutely full. So you're helping.
You helped.
Yep.
Hmm. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, I'm gonna do move punch. So I'm going to use K's heroic action to rescue a civilian where I'm at. I'm going to move over to the Brooklyn Village and punch a thug here off the board. And then I'm going to use the end of turn effect to add a civilian over in the empty Oscorp Tower and rescue one off the Brooklyn Bridge to kind of balance things out. Actually, I'll add it to Jessica Jones, so here's something for you to do next turn.
Yay.
Yay. And now it is Kingpin's turn.
Dun, dun, dun.
Who somehow does not run over and punch Spider-Man. But he does run over and punch Jessica Jones.
Sorry,
Oh,
Jessica.
no.
How much life you got left?
None.
He knocked you out?
Oh, no.
Mama said knock you out? That's a
So that goes at the bottom of your deck.
Dude,
and-
you should've-
RMD8583 died again. First fight again. Damn it.
Brian's having a great time dying in Battle Brothers, apparently.
Really?
Just over and over.
Okay, so you don't draw any cards yet.
Why didn't you... You could have parked over here and you could have drew more cards like I did.
And she was busy getting stuff done over here. We wouldn't have had all the threat cards
Alright.
handled if she hadn't been over there.
I guess you did what you could, K-Chan. You did what you could.
Now, since Kingpin KO'd a hero,
I'm dying.
he does something. When a hero is KO'd, Kingpin doesn't activate his BAM. Instead, he plays another Master Plan card,
Oh, super duper.
which now is Advance the Plan. So he runs over to Spider-Man, smacks him for 1 damage, gets rid of this token, adds 2 thugs to Spider-Man's location, and 1 to the adjacent. He has 4 cards left.
When he runs out, we lose?
Yep.
We're gonna have to get our butts in gear then.
Well, he's standing on top of you, so it'll be your turn soon.
Good. I'm ready.
He's got 8 health.
We don't have to do anything else other than just murder him now, right?
Correct.
Alright then.
I mean, if we save a bunch of civilians, we can gain a health, but that's the only benefit from it.
Bring it on.
3 out of his remaining 4 cards are Advance the Plan, so really kind of expect him to be heading over here next. Let's see, after I play a card... Yeah, I don't want to wait there because I'll take damage.
I have no punchies.
But maybe I should? And I've got no heroics, and I wish I had heroics. Shoot. This is not great.
I don't want to lose again, Camper Darb.
Neither do I.
RMD8583, one more try. Then I give up for the night.
Good luck, Ryan.
So, what did you give me? Oh no, I did the last turn. It's your turn, DD Blue.
Alright. Drawing. Oh, this is not what I wanted. What do I have?
You have a move and a punch.
A move and a punch.
So you should probably head towards 5 with your move.
Why?
Or 4, either way. Because we know kind of where he's going to be ending up. And he's standing on top of you, so if you got enough hits to beat the hell out of him, start doing it.
I don't.
You don't? Oh, what is this?
One
You cannot take
heroic
any
that
damage.
protects me from damage.
Okay.
I will use it to save a hostage.
Alright.
And then what else do I have?
You have a move and a punch.
I'm going to ignore the move and punch Kingpin.
You probably want to use the move to head that way.
I want to draw a card, unless you can tell me why I shouldn't.
Because we kind of know where he's going. By the time you have your next turn, he is very likely to be over here.
Oh, and you want me to be close so I can damage him?
Well, I mean, that's all we gotta do. Or, even better, maybe, go to Oscorp where you get another move token. We need to be able to get to him and hurt him on his turns. We have
Where are
4
you
cards
suggesting-
his left to defeat him.
Where are you suggesting I move?
To your right, because you get a move token.
Ah, okay. Alright, I'll take a move token. And that's my turn.
Okay, that's your turn. Alright, Jessica Jones! You get up, dust yourself off, and draw 3 cards.
Finally. Okay, I will draw my card.
Mm-hmm.
So just only one card I can play.
No, 3 cards. When you get up, you draw 3 cards. No, you draw 4, sorry. Like you're back to full health.
Oh man, I didn't mean to do that.
Did you just flick again?
Just one small movement token. I'll get a new one. I was trying not to, but once you initiate it, you're committed apparently.
So, Kingpin is 2 spots away from you. You probably can't get to him.
Move. I want to move.
Must destroy Kingupinu.
I will use this.
What is this? Expert Detective. Reveal the top card. Gain wild tokens equal to the movement number written on it. Okay. Well, it's advanced the plan, which means it is a move 3. So you get 3 wild tokens.
Okay. One.
Well, no, they don't have to be used on your turn. You actually get, here, the tokens.
Tokens. Okay.
Yeah, so, okay, there you go. You got 3 tokens.
Sure.
And you have a move and a heroic.
So, can I move?
With your movement, sure. Okay, move.
And heroic.
Okay. And save a civilian. Alright.
Okay.
So that's all your symbols, but you do have a bunch of tokens if you want to use them.
Yeah. I have so many tokens.
You do.
Can I use right now?
You can use them anytime, I believe, right?
As many as you want, yeah.
I will.
Bunch of thug, okay.
RMD
sorry.
8583, dead again. F this game. You know it, lucky man. You can teach me.
I think I will keep these tokens.
Okay, alright. So you're end of turn?
Yes.
Okay, it is Kingpin's turn.
I did feel slightly frustrated at the beginning of Battle Brothers.
So he runs over to token number 4,
It's dark?
and he
What's
puts some thugs.
In the room.
Alexa, turn on the living room.
So,
Yes.
if I were you, Jessica Jones, I would use one of those wilds as a move and then deliver 3 punches to Kingpin's face.
Oh.
Well, you what? You still got him. Alright, so draw a card. And, oh, hey, you gave me a move. I do like that. So, I'm going to play another Poison Blast card. I'm going to move over here, and I'm going to deliver 3 punches to his face. So, he's down to 4 health.
Down to.
Yeah, he started at 8. So, okay, and it is Spider-Man 99's turn.
Alright, here we come to save the fizzle. Oh,
If
not with
you-
that card though.
Don't suppose you've got a move and a punch.
I do not have a move and a punch. What do you have? What
I've
is-
given you a punch,
Where am I?
and you have a token. You're over here in Oscorp Tower.
I'm in Oscorp and you giving me a punch?
Yeah.
Oh god. I can't get to Kingpin like this. Well, let me see. Oh lordy. Alright. Ugh, this is an awful thing to play, but. Hey Camper Derb, I have a question for you, and if it's personal, you don't have to answer, but where did you learn how to play Texas Hold'em?
I don't remember.
You have a really strong grasp of how the betting works. Alright. I was just thinking about it because it was fun. Okay, so I have a move and a punch,
Mhm.
and that's it, huh?
And a move token.
I'm going to use the move token and the move to get over here.
And lightly tap him on one of his mini chins.
And then give him a boop. A little, I'm going to doot his nose.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
So that's 2 cards. It is Kingpin's turn. He rushes over to Jessica Jones and punches her.
Oh. Really?
Did you die?
No. Remember, she comes up with 12 health, but this is perfect, actually.
That's true. Okay.
Honestly, it couldn't be better. So in here, we have an overflow in Osborne Laboratories, but it doesn't matter because nobody's there to take the damage. And it is now Jessica Jones' turn, who I think is going to do more damage to Kingpin than she just took.
Okay.
Get him, girl. Look at all these wilds you got.
I know I have a lot of wild.
Look at all these, not even just wilds. You got like a ton of tokens, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a ton.
And she plays a double punch.
Oh, yeah. You about to win the game?
Double punch. 1,
You about to win this thing?
2. Then I will use this wild.
Oh, and she's already on a square.
Yeah, that's why I say it was a good thing that he ran over and punched her.
Da-da-da-da.
This wild. The punch.
Dish. Dish.
Ah!
Dish.
Ah!
What?
Where is his HP?
There's no gauge, dear.
It was right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, Deviant Blue, flick him off the board. I know you want to.
What? I want to flick. Yeah, can I flick?
Yeah, you can flick him off the board.
Yeah. All right. I don't have the greatest of aim, but check it out, guys. You watching?
You wanna feel it? Flip?
Watch. You watching him?
Watching him. Yeah, goodbye.
Bye bye.
Yeah. All right. Who's our next villain?
So, Kingpin had 2 cards left. We each had 1 more turn to win, or he would have taken it.
Jacked our dongs, but we won it. We were in it to win it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
resetting,
Thank
Bloop.
you.
which puts Dominic over there again, because that's where the colors are saved. One moment. Yeah, okay, I fixed the colors.
Thank you.
Change you to a spectator for a second, and then change you to the blue, and it's all good.
Yeah.
Well.
All right.
So you want to try another specific villain, or do you want to try the Return to the Sinister Six mode?
Return of the Sinister Six, is that what? You against us?
No, it's where all 6 of the Sinister Six are on the board with their own weakened versions of each of their abilities.
How does that not just end the game in like 2 rounds? Let's
It
go
doesn't.
for it.
Okay, so this side of the middle goes away.
And I want to be good guy Venom this time.
Okay, and this comes in.
Hey Jan, are you okay?
Yeah, I want to be.
Wanna be
Spider Woman.
Spider Woman, just like Camper Darb just was.
Oh,
Oh, feel free if you want to. I mean, that's fine.
What about Spider Gwen?
where is Spider Gwen?
Or is she?
She's over here. She's over here. She's ping, 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 ping.
Oh, this one.
She's cute, right?
Yeah, she's
I
cute.
thought you would like her. Yeah, I want to be good guy Venom. Where's good guy Venom?
Right here.
Ah. All right.
Let's see. What do I want to be this time?
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Are you playing with me?
Why'd I do that?
Don't do it. Aww.
Who's Ghost Spider? Why is her name Ghost Spider?
It's Spider Gwen, right?
I don't know. I thought there was a.
Yeah, it's the same person.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, oh,
I'm gonna try Nick Fury.
What? You gonna do Nick Fury?
Yeah, we're Nick Fury. What location should be the backdrop for our fight against the Sinister Six? Do we want to
I suppose.
do the Spider-Verse ones again, or do we want to mix it up and do this in Asgard or in outer space or something?
Oh, I like outer space.
Okay, so we'll do the Guardians of the Galaxy's
Outer
locations
space.
then.
I was gonna say something shieldy, but outer space is even better. Wow, dude, I can make her larger than the entire room if I want.
Okay. Alright. Let's get the initial civilians and thugs on the cards. Okay, so now that that bag is empty, I'm going to throw all of the Sinister Six minis in there. You want to search?
hey,
Ba-doop.
hey, you.
Yes, dear.
Ba-doop.
Hey, play with it.
What?
Come on.
Hey, you land on your feet.
Alright, I have randomized the Sinister Six. They all end up
Dead.
across from us. Okay, like that. That's going to be their starting locations. So you may have noticed there are no threats on the board.
Did I notice? Let me see.
Probably not, because you're over there playing with minis.
I did notice now.
So we may use the end of turn locations as long as there isn't one of the Sinister Six sitting there. They block it if they're there.
Oh, okay. Just being there, we can't use the end turn effect.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I need to turn this around because that's upside down.
Oh, you need it?
Okay.
Enemy.
Yeah. The enemy's different this time.
Enemies, all 6 of them. Gotta take them all out.
We gotta fight 6 bad guys all at the same time, K-Chan.
Really?
Fishbowl Face, Doc Ock, the Vulture, Electro, Sunderman, and one of my favorite villains, Craven.
Okay. So the way this works is that there are no missions to complete, but we can't hurt any of them until we've gotten rid of their respective weak spot cards, which you see around the middle.
Oh.
So these are kind of like threat cards. You can only place the tokens on the weak spot if you're in the same spot as that villain.
Oh, interesting.
So if you're sitting on Doc Ock's same location, you can apply a punch, a move, or a star to his weak spot card.
Got it.
Once they're all gone, then you can punch that villain.
Neat. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, this is pretty neat mode, actually. Alright, they all start with 3 health. And the way their deck works is, I'll just draw one at random here and give you an idea. The top 2 listed on the card do the thing. So in this case, Maestro and Sandman would both move 1 space clockwise, do their BAM. Maestro would add a Thug, and Sandman would add Mysterio, sorry, and Sandman would add a Civilian.
Cool. Got it.
Okay. Shuffle that again. So let's go over their BAMs real quick. Doc Ock. He places a Crisis token where he ends up, then deal 1 damage to each hero in all locations with a Crisis token. So he's going to start making the board unsafe if he's around too long. Vulture. If there are any civilians or thugs, he kidnaps them onto his dashboard. And then further, if he would take damage and he has tokens on his dashboard, he ignores it and then drops the tokens.
Oh, gosh.
Electro. Deal 1 damage to each hero in both locations adjacent to Electro. So not on him, but the 2 spots next to him. Sandman. Deals 1 damage to each hero in his location and gains 1 health. He may go over his starting value. Craven. Deal 2 damage to the first lone hero going clockwise from Craven's location. If there are no lone heroes, add 2 civilians to Craven's location instead. And lastly, Mysterio. Give 1 Crisis token to each hero in Mysterio's location. Addendum. Heroes with any Crisis tokens must play their hero card randomly on their turn, and then discard a Crisis token.
How would you even do that?
How would you do that? Well, you just gather them into a small mini deck, shuffle it once, and then play that card.
Well, that'll be fun, a little mechanic to explore.
Okay. Any questions before we get started?
No.
Let's do it.
Let's do it? Okay. Well, they are starting off with Craven and Vulture. Oh boy. Alright. So,
Saito 3-0. I can't hear Blue's
Moving
voice
one.
clearly.
and doing his BAM, which is...
Wait, wait a second. Somebody commented they can't really hear my
Saito-san.
voice. Hold on 1 second. I just want to make sure.
I can't hear
Oh, okay. I mean, I have Twitch muted, so I only hear you through Discord.
Okay, let me just turn up my gain real quick. I wonder why I'm. Am I coming through the Yeti? I should be. I hope I am. Alright. Let's see.
Whoa, that is now really loud in Discord.
Saito 3 Dazo. I hear this person very clearly though.
So Camper
That's
Darb.
Saito 3
I can
Dazo.
deal.
How should I address you?
Camper Darb is the Discord person. You can call me Blue. Can you hear me better now? Is that better? I turned the gain way up on the mic. I'm sorry, Darb, if that's loud for you. Turn me down if you have to. Testing. How's my
Saito
voice?
3 Dazo. Yes, better.
Better. Okay, cool. Wish I knew that sooner. But okay, let's go. Getting back into the VR.
Saito-san.
Saito-san, konbanwa. Again, Saito-san stopped by earlier too.
Aw, that's nice.
Yeah, you were cooking hot dogs, dear. I mean, literally, not figuratively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we good to continue then?
Yeah, we're good. Go ahead.
Alright. So Craven attempts to use his BAM, which is deal damage to a lone hero, but nobody's alone, so he adds 2 civilians to his location instead. Then he places a thug, which overflows because he just added 2 civilians.
Already?
And the overflow is they get to just burn a card, closer to completion of their master plan.
Hmm.
Moving on to Vulture. Vulture moves 1.
This must be a pain for whoever's like the dealer.
Gathers up the civilians on that card, and then places a civilian.
Isn't this one like super hard for the dealer? This seems hard to manage.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Like I say, each of their BAMs is a real simplified version of the power they have when they're a main villain.
Yeah.
Alright, so who's starting off this time?
I started last time. I don't mind
You
going
did start
again,
last time.
but if you want to, go for it. Then,
I can start, or Spider-Gwen can start.
what do you guys want to start? Okay.
I mean, how are your cards, Kay? Do you want to go first, or...?
I will go first.
Okay.
I will use.
Don't forget to draw a card.
Ah, that's right.
Oh my goodness, Kane, how could you? Oh, Spider-Gwen's cards are cute.
Okay. I will use this card.
Alright.
Then I can put here, right?
No, because you're not in the same location as Dr. Octopus. You have to be in the same location as a villain, and then you can put things on their card.
Oh.
So, is this example, if you moved 1 over to Vulture, you
Yeah,
could
I
put the
can
star
do
on Vulture's card.
Okay, I will move here.
You want to do that? Okay.
And
So we'll put that
Yeah.
there, like that.
Okay. Got it.
Alright, well, that works out pretty well, I have to say. For me, I'm going to play a double movement card. So I have 3 moves and a star. So I'm going to move once to Vulture. I'm going to put 2 moves on his card, which clears it out.
Cool.
Vulture is now vulnerable.
Nice.
Can be damaged. And then I guess I'll just use the star to save the civilian.
Good.
So that's the end of my turn. And in this mode, the villains are always under pressure, so since we've had 2 goes, it's their turn again.
Ugh.
Next up, we have Doc Ock and Vulture, moving 2. So Doc Ock first. He moves 2. He puts a crisis token here, And Ghost Spider and Nick Fury both take a damage.
Who?
Ghost Spider and Nick Fury.
Oh.
Spider-Gwen. And then he adds a
I've never heard her called Ghost Spider. I wonder where that came from.
He attacked me?
Vulture moves 2. Adds more civilians and thugs to his dashboard, carrying them around on his back. And then adds a civilian there. Now it is Venom's turn.
Look at how cool Venom looks. You gotta love Venom.
Regino, he attacked me?
Did he attack Kay, Camper Derb?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Spider-Gwen needs to lose a card.
Sorry, K-Chan.
That's fine.
That's
Alright.
fine. She's in a position to make Doc Ock vulnerable, and we kind of want to get rid of him as one of the earlier ones. Because otherwise the entire board will be unsafe every time he moves.
How do I do the weak spot? I have to be on their square?
You have to be on the same square as them, and then you can match tokens.
Ugh. And there's no point in killing civilians and thugs other than to avoid overflow?
RMD8583,
Correct.
let's see if Monster Train will F me over too. Why the hell not?
Good luck, Ryan. So you said no, Camper Derb?
No.
So we basically are chasing enemies around and trying to do their weak spots.
Right. Vulture's already vulnerable.
Vulture's already vulnerable.
But he's kind of low on the threat ranking, because he doesn't damage us directly, he just runs around kidnapping.
Right, gotcha. And what do I have to work with right now?
You have a double move.
Oh, God. I mean, thank you to whoever played that.
Why is this a bad thing?
Well, hold on. Double move?
Yeah, I
Okay,
mean, you're
wait.
next to Doc Ock, and he needs at least one move token for his weak spot card. I mean,
Alright.
this is not terrible.
Alright. Double move. Got it. I'm gonna do...
You know how few characters even have a double move card?
Hold on, buddy. Just you wait a minute here. Alright, I got an idea.
Okay.
I have to draw a card first. That was my idea.
Yep, that's a starter idea.
Man, Venom has some good cards. Ah, crud nuggets. Alright, I'm gonna play this one.
Okay, you have 3 moves and a punch.
Yeah, I don't really need 3 moves, but let's go ahead and use the first move to move myself over here.
Okay.
Now I got a move and a punch, right?
You have 2 moves and a punch
Alright, I want to do a move and a punch on Doc Ock.
on his weak spot card. Okay.
And then I have a move, right?
You have a move.
I guess I'll move back here to gain a wild token, so I'm going to do that.
That's pretty decent.
Saito 3 Dazo, I'll just observe for now as I try to understand bit by bit.
Yeah, so Saito-san, it's a little bit complicated, but it's basically like a board game. We have to
It is a
defeat...
board game.
It is a board game. We have to defeat all the bad guys. Like, I'm Venom, so I'm a good guy. Kay is Spider-Gwen.
Sometimes.
And Camper Derb is Nick Fury. And we have to defeat Dr. Octopus, who else? Vulture and Kraven, all these bad dudes. We have to defeat them. And our cards are HP, so we have 3 hit points right now. If we lose all our cards, we get knocked out. And that's basically all I think I can add without going too much into detail. I'm going to take a wild token.
Okay, and then it is Ghost Spider's turn.
Camper Derb, is there anything easy to convey that also would give a better understanding of the game that you can think of, or did I pretty much nail it?
Well, I mean, the card system is fairly simple overall. There's only really 3 main actions: a move, an attack, and a heroic action.
Right.
In this particular scenario, we need to match those tokens on the villains when we're in the same location as them to make them vulnerable to actually being attacked.
Right. So I want to be on the same square as Dr. Octopus, which I'm currently not. I'm over there somewhere. But I want to be on the same square, and then I want to use a punch, a move, and a heroic, and then we can do damage to him.
Yeah, we've already done 2 of them, so
Right.
Spider-Gwen can throw out a... Oh, she already did.
Camper Darb
Okay.
says we, but actually, technically, this was all me. Just saying.
Uh-huh. Now, Spider-Gwen has completed the card, so all glory to Spider-Gwen.
Right. Then move and punch.
Move and punch.
I will punch him.
Hold on. Dr. Octopus is vulnerable.
Oh,
Do you want to punch
yeah,
him in his...
that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, you made
Double
him so
dip.
you can hit him. Now you
Take
gotta
one
actually
off.
hit him. Is there a crisis
Okay.
token here?
Yes,
Well, that's not good.
because Doc Ock put it there. So every time he takes a move, anybody there takes a damage.
Ugh. Get him, K-Chain. Get him.
I will move him.
Where are you going?
Because move and
Away from the crisis token. Not a terrible idea. Okay, so that's 2 of our turns. Sinister 6. Sandman and Vulture. Alright, Sandman first. He comes over. He punches Nick Fury.
703 Dazo
Ouch.
is the villain computer or a player.
Is who a computer or a player?
Villain.
Oh, the villain is
It's not a computer player, but it is determined by their deck of action cards.
yeah. Camper Darb controls the villains, but he's not really. He's more like a vessel. He's not really like making decisions on their part. Everything they do is decided by the cards. So, I guess you could say it's like a computer, but at the same time, technically, Camper Darb is the one carrying out the will of the cards.
Okay, they have completed their turns. Nick's hurting. And,
Saito 3 Dazo.
it is
Oh, I
Nick's
see. Ha,
turn.
ha, ha.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of
Saito
it's-
3 Dazo, the avatar then.
The Avatar, yes. And it's interesting, I think. Honestly, it's really just a board game, but Camper Darb kind of scanned it into tabletop, so because we would play it before not before the pandemic, but when we could hang out in person, we would play it.
Played it together, just in time to inflict the pandemic all amongst ourselves.
Yeah, that was So we played it together. Then we all caught COVID. Then Camper Darb scanned everything, and now we can play it in tabletop
Safely, yes.
safely without getting anybody sick.
So I'm going to use my double wild, and I'm just going to say goodbye to Dr. Octopus.
You killed him?
He's off the board.
Yeah.
Yay, nice.
Get out
No,
of here.
no more
you.
locations having bad effects. Okay, and then I have a heroic action, which I can apply it to Sandman's weak spot card. And that is the end of my turn. So, Dee Dee, you're up.
All right.
Venom,
Let me go draw a card.
you are near Sandman.
Okay. I am near Sandman. What do I have to work with?
You have a double wild.
Okay. I'm a little confused by this card.
Alright, so the teamwork aspect of this game is, in addition to the card you play, you are also allowed to play any actions on the bottom of the last person to have played.
Yeah.
So Blue gets whatever is on his card, and the 2 wilds from my card, because I was the last hero to play.
Okay. And I'm sorry, you gave me what?
2 wilds.
2 wilds. Very nice. And I am near Sandman.
You're hanging out on Morag. Gonna get that power stone.
Got it. I don't understand
Uh-oh.
this
Saito
card.
3 Dazo, I'm watching while also reading up on the rules I pulled up.
Oh, Saito's reading about the rules online too to understand.
Oh yeah, the whole rulebook's online. It's not very big.
Explain this to me, Camper Derb. I have a card that is a 1 punch, but above it,
Okay.
where there would normally be like a description if there were special rules, it just says symbiote enhancement and it has another move and punch.
Right, so you get all of those actions, but the next person only gets the bottom one.
Oh, cool.
So
Alright.
it's a selfish card, because you're Venom.
I'm 1 away from Sandman.
Right, who's not vulnerable yet. He needs a move and a punch to be vulnerable.
Crap. I'm moving a punch. Okay. I'm gonna play this then.
Okay. So
Okay,
you
so
have
I
a
have a
move,
move.
a punch, and 2 wilds.
A move, a punch, and 2 wilds. So, first, move.
Okay.
So, a punch, and 2 wilds. What is
Yes.
what is his weakness?
He needs a punch and a move.
So I'll do that. A punch and a move.
Alright, that leaves you with a wild
and
and
a
a
wild.
punch.
And I guess I'll just... How many hit points does he have?
4.
Punch him twice, I guess.
Okay.
And
See,
that's...
Sandman's thing is that every time
what?
he takes an action, he gains a health, so
Wait,
he can
punch him
stack
twice,
up if left alone.
and I'm going to use this wild to punch him 1 more time.
Okay, so you're taking him down 1 health.
Yeah, and then good luck. You guys have to finish him.
Well, Spider-Gwen's nearby, and it is the Sinister Six's turn.
1 punch away, dear.
100.
Okay, Sandman runs away from Spider-Gwen
Oh.
No!
and gains a health.
Well, wait a minute. I want to show. Where's that card that you just drew? I want to show that to Saito-san. Ah, here.
It's
This one, right?
no, the latest one.
Oh, sorry,
Right here.
sorry. Okay. Saito-san,
So the
you
top
see-
2 living villains take the action listed.
So the cards say what to do. So he drew the card. The card says the top 2 will move 2 spaces counterclockwise. So he moved them 2 spaces. Oops. And then they use their BAM, which is a special ability. And then what's this? They add a thug card and a hostage, or a thug token and a hostage token to the middle.
Right, the first one adds a thug, the second one adds a civilian.
Ah, okay. To where? To the middle of what? Wherever they are?
Wherever they move, yeah.
Okay, got it. Cool.
Okay,
So
so
the
Sandman
card-
didn't hurt anybody, but he got another health. Next up's Electro.
I did what I could, you guys.
Moves over here, and zaps both Venom and Nick Fury.
Saito,
Knocking
leave
out
also.
Nick
I'm
Fury.
slowly understanding now.
Cool. Alright, so I lose a card?
Yes.
Fudge.
And because I have been KO'd, they get to burn a card.
Wow, I never thought I would want to get rid of this card, but guess I'm getting rid of this one.
Alright, my turn. I stand back up, brush myself off, and draw 4 cards.
Oh, I see what's happening. It's getting caught in my...
What do I have? I have a punch. Oh boy. You know what?
What?
Okay. I'm going to play Director of S.H.I.E.L.D. A hero of your choice immediately performs move. That'll be me, thank you.
Good.
And now I have a wild and a punch, and Sandman happens to have 2 health, so he is
Yeah.
now off the board.
Cool. Nice.
Good.
I may discard an action token to gain 2 other action tokens, but I don't have any, so I can't use that effect. And now it is Venom's turn. You have been granted a wild for my card.
If you hadn't done that, I was going to do it. Alright, so... where's Electro's weakness? Oh, nobody's touched his weaknesses, huh?
Yeah,
None of the other weaknesses of anybody have been touched.
that's correct.
Alright. What are his weaknesses? What are Electro's weaknesses?
1 of each. Punch, heroic, move.
Alright then. I'm going to use this. Tracking. You can move to any location and punch there.
Okay.
And then what I'm gonna do. Oh,
Where's-
dang it. Sorry, it gets caught in my hand because I don't know why, but this game makes me hold my cards in my left hand. Okay. Well, you know what? I was just gonna beam over to where Spider-Gwen was, but maybe I'll move over to there or here and deal with Vulture because
Well, if I may make a suggestion, we don't want to necessarily leave Craven for really close to last, because every time he goes, it's 2 damage to one of us.
okay, then I'll go to Craven.
Okay.
All right, I'm all up in the thick of it now. I will do. Oh crap! This is dangerously close to overflow as well, huh?
Right, but overflows are add another card. It's not hurt you in this one.
All right, and Craven has one of each, right?
Craven has a punch and 2 heroics. You're also at Mysterio, which has a punch and 2 heroics.
Punch Craven,
Okay.
and that leaves me with what? Your wild?
You have 1 more punch and a wild.
I have one more punch, really?
Remember, your tracking was move and punch, and the bottom of your card is a punch.
Oh, I get 2 from that? I didn't know that. In that case, punch a thug.
Okay.
And then I have what left? A heroic?
A wild.
A wild, and I'm sorry, one more time, what Craven needs is a 2 heroics?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll use a wild as a heroic on him. And that's my turn. Although I feel like I forgot to draw. I'm pretty sure I forgot to draw. But can I draw now?
Then draw.
I'll
You
draw.
draw now.
And then that's my turn.
Well, that was 2 of us, so it's the Sinister Six's turn. And we have Mysterio and Electro. Mysterio moves 1. And what's his again? He gives a Crisis token to Spider-Gwen.
Oh,
Spider-Gwen,
no.
let's play your next turn randomly.
That's going to be a whole thing.
What's that?
And he adds a Thug, which would be Overflow. So they burn a card. They are burning a lot of cards.
You can't choose which... You can't choose which action you play, K-Chan. It's going to be random.
And Electro does a damage to Spider-Gwen.
Oh.
So you have to lose a card.
Does that knock you out?
No. Okay, it is now Spider-Gwen's turn. So you draw a card, and then you put both of them into their own little mini deck and shuffle it to pick one.
What?
So you put both of them on the table into a deck.
Both?
Yeah. Into their own little pile. Okay. And then flip it over,
Turn it over.
and then shuffle
Now
it.
shuffle it.
Okay. So we'll get rid of your crisis token.
Now
So
play
that's
one.
the
Play
Mysterio
whatever's
confusing
on
you,
top,
right?
you play.
that one.
Ah.
Yeah, it was this one. So what is that? Webweaver. Swap 2 threat cards at play. Huh.
Weird.
Interesting. So there's not really threat cards in this scenario?
Nothing to do, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, well, you've got a heroic. And a punch from Venom.
Punch from Venom.
Stereo needs both of those for his weak spot.
Yeah. So I will use... Ah. No. Punch.
Mm-hmm.
Punch.
Yep. So you're kind of moving the mouse too slow is what's causing it to not work right.
Okay. Alright.
Okay, and is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Alright, Nick Fury's turn. Draw. What do we got going here? Where am I? I'm over here, and I've got a heroic. Doesn't do much. But, you know, I don't like Kraven being around this long, so I'm going to play Director of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I'm going to instruct Venom to immediately play a double heroic action.
How do you do that?
I have just told you to perform 2 heroic actions, Venom. Please do this.
Can I just do that?
Yeah,
Alright.
I've given the orders around here. I'm Nick Fury.
Alright, so I have 2 heroics,
You have 2 heroic actions.
but it's not my turn.
Doesn't matter. You're doing the action.
Alright, well then what does Kraven have left? 1 heroic?
Oh, heroic actions.
Alright, I use 1 heroic on him and I save 1 hostage.
Okay, Kraven is now vulnerable.
Oh crap, I forgot that doesn't kill him.
Yeah, but you're the attack-happy person, so...
Yeah, so when it's my turn, I will get right on that.
So, for my action, I have a heroic and a wild. I'm going to use my wild as a move, use the heroic to save a civilian here, and end of turn, gain a wild token. That is 2 of our actions. It's Sinister 6. They're down to 7 cards left. So we've got Sandman, who's out. So Kraven moves 1, and then does his BAM, which is move clockwise to the next lone hero and deal 2 damage. So he comes over here and he stabs Nick Fury. Ouch, for 2 damage.
You're not KO'd again, are you?
No, I'm not KO'd again. Hurting. Okay, and then he places a thug. Second person, Electro. Is Electro available? Yes. Moves 1, BAMs, which hurts in the location, both locations next to Nick Fury, but not actually on. So Nick just gets to watch a little light show here.
Close one.
Feel a little uncomfortable over here, guys. Yep, that sucked. And now it's Venom's turn.
Alright, so punch time.
Draw a card, and I've given you a single wild.
Okay. How many hit points does Kraven have?
3. All of them start with 3. Sandman's the only one that can go above that.
Am I on his square?
You are as far from his square as you could possibly be. Because he ran over here and stabbed me.
That's great. Alright, wonderful. Who am I next to then? Okay, so I'm next to Vulture, who nobody has touched, right? Oh, no?
Correct.
Wait. Oh,
I mean, he's vulnerable.
Vulture is vulnerable, right?
He is vulnerable, but I'd leave him alone.
Gosh.
For reasons.
Alright, and Mysterio is not done yet.
No, he needs a heroic.
Alright, and you gave me 2 wilds?
I gave you 1 wild.
Alright. Play this.
Double wild. Okay, you have 3 wilds.
3 wilds. So, I'm going to move to Mysterio. That's 1, so 2 wilds left. And Vulture has...
Mysterio.
Wait, I'm sorry, Mysterio has 1 heroic, so I'll use that here.
Okay.
Making him vulnerable. And then I guess I'll just punch him. And that's it.
You gonna punch him once? Okay,
Yeah.
he's down to 2 health.
And that's my turn.
Alright. Spider-Gwen, it's your turn. You have 2 wilds available.
Yes. So I will draw the card. Then I will use this wild card.
You have 4 wilds available.
Nice.
Nice. Where am I right now?
Over here where I am.
Okay. Mysterio and Venom. Okay, Venom.
Mysterio is... You can hurt him now.
Yeah. So
2 hit points he has.
I will use punch him. Punch him.
Okay, Mysterio is out. Apparently Spider-Gwen got mad at having to play her action randomly.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yep. Then I will move to here and
Xandar. Okay. Oh, that. Okay.
all right.
And then what?
so I think she's done.
Done.
You guys having a party over here?
Yeah, apparently it is their turn. What do we got? We got Dr. Octopus, who's out. Mysterio, who's out. Sandman, who's out. Kraven moves 2 and does his BAM. So Kraven moves 2. He runs to the next solo hero, which is Venom, and stabs him for 2, knocking out Venom.
Wow.
Which lets them place another card face down. They're down to 5 cards. And, oh, then he would put a thug there, but it's full, so they put another card face down. Alright. Next person. Electro. Moves 2, bams, doesn't hurt anybody, places a civilian. They're down to only 4 cards. Remember, they win if they try to play a card and they have none left.
Yeah.
Okay, my turn. Draw a card. Oh. Oh, alright. Oh no, you're knocked out. It won't work.
I didn't mean to be.
Damn it, Venom!
I know. Dude, I even had a thing. I was saving it to heal, but he knocked me for 2. I wasn't ready. Can't you do it with Spider-Gwen?
No, because Spider-Gwen's not where a villain is at, so,
Maybe she could be.
I'm just gonna have to use a standard punch here,
You always be
and then we're
this
gonna,
Regina.
standard
I can't
punch a
see
thug here,
Oh!
your head.
Am I blocking you?
Yeah, always.
and I'm gonna use my wild as a move token so I can end my turn on Xandar and heal back up to 3 cards. Okay, Spider-Gwen, it is your turn.
My turn. Draw a card. Could you move, Regina? Yeah, thanks.
I gave you a punch. Not
Punch.
especially helpful, but
I will use punch as well.
okay.
So I just have a punch right now.
Yep.
Punch thug.
Okay.
That's it.
And you gain a Wilds token for ending your turn there.
Oh, okay. Yay.
Uh-oh.
Alright, it is the Sinister Six's turn.
Oof.
So, Mysterio gone. Kraven moves 2. And then, clockwise, the next lone hero for 2 damage. Hi! So I lose 2 cards.
Are you
But
KO'd?
not knocked out. No, because I just healed back up to full on that spot, so I'm okay. It's unpleasant. Multiple stab wounds over here. And then next, Electro. Oh hey, but Electro finishes me off, so there's that.
Ugh.
Aw.
Electro. Oh my god, places.
Oh
Okay. We're getting our RSB here.
We were doing good up until like 5 minutes ago.
Well, leaving Craven alive for a while is, he's going on the hunt like every turn. Okay, Venom, it's your turn. You stand back up, you draw 4 cards.
4 cards.
You have a punch available.
My cards are very straightforward. Where am I?
You are right there. You're 1 square away from Craven.
And I'm... Who am I with? Electro?
Yes.
And Electro's vulnerable?
Nope.
Jeez, oh Pete. And how... I'm sorry, you gave me a what?
A punch.
Oh, jeez, oh Pete. And where's Craven?
He's over. He's next to you.
Ah, he's here. And I have 1 punch. How many hit points does Craven have left?
He has all 3. We haven't touched him yet.
Can't... Nothing I can do. For Mysterio, or I'm sorry, Electro, we haven't touched his vulnerability at all, his weak point?
Correct. It's
One of
punch
each.
heroic.
1 of each, and I have a... I'm sorry, you said I have a punch?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well, sorry, I know you want me to take care of Craven, but I'm not really in a position to do that right now. But I will play this.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do a punch, a move, and a heroic on Electro.
So, alright, so all of them are now vulnerable.
And I think that's all I got.
That is all you got, unless you have some tokens. I don't see any tokens.
No, I don't have any tokens.
Alright, my turn. Dust myself
It's fair
off.
game. Punch him to death and we win.
Okay. Alright, I use my own token. So... I'm just going to use a single wild. I will punch Craven once. And then I'm going to move over here and take care of the full spot here because this overflow has cost us 3 cards on the villain deck. Yep. And now it is their turn. Okay, Doc Ock, Sandman, Vulture. Vulture moves 1, collects a civilian. Places a thug. Mysterio, Craven. Is it Craven? It's Craven. Who moves 1,
So,
and then moves clockwise to the next solo villain.
which is
Stab
Spider-Man.
Spider-Gwen for 2,
Knocking
knocking her out. The villains have no more cards to play. When they wanted to play a card, villains win.
Alright. Alright. Okay.
So, what really hurt us was all of the face-down cards they got to play because this location stayed overflowing for like a whole bunch of our turns.
I think part of it is when I was gonna kill a thug or a civilian like at the beginning, and I felt like it wasn't a very pressing threat, and I got the wrong impression. But lesson learned did.
Yeah.
So, Craven, Electro, and Vulture celebrate their victory.
Ugh.
Ah.
Time to.
Mysterio, Sandman, and Doc Ock lick their wounds in their lairs. Say next time.
I still had fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you hadn't been knocked out where Craven was, I was going to play this Director of S.H.I.E.L.D. card.
What?
Yes, DD Blue throws a tantrum all over the board.
At
What a
least I didn't
sore
flip
loser.
the table. I just flicked like... I can't flick anymore. Did you take away my power to flick?
No, you can flick. You can't flip the table, but you can flick.
I wasn't flicking the table. I wanted to flick. Pew. That's so satisfying, you guys. Especially since we lost. Like, it makes me feel better. Well, anyway. Thank you, Camper Darb, for working all this out.
It was fun.
I always have fun doing this with you. Like, I love playing cards in VR. It just feels good.
Well, it wouldn't be any fun if it was an easy victory every time. So.
No, I agree. I don't mind losing.
Wing00_G. Kanban1 and hello NKOHI.
Wing-san.
Oh, Wing-san. Hey, what's up?
Konbanwa.
Konbanwa. We were just wrapping up, actually.
Right.
We just finished a nice game of Marvel United on Tabletop Simulator. We're wrapping that up. And so I think the plan now is to stop streaming and then maybe come back later on in the evening with some Stardew.
Stardew.
Probably. I think.
Probably, maybe, sort
if I
of.
have the stamina for that. I've been doing...
Wing00_G. Lol, glad I was able to stop in and say hello.
Yeah, that's
Wing00_G. Stardew. Woo.
Woo! Alright, I'm exiting the VRs.
Well, hold on just a second. Is that it? There it is. So one of the they have one special card in their deck, but it ended up being face down. This one.
Let me look. Return of the Sinister Six. Activate all undefeated villains. Start with Dr. Octopus and go clockwise on the dashboard. What does that
So
mean?
they all get a turn.
Oh, God. Oh, that would have been brutal.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet that would be a game ender under the wrong circumstances.
Sure could.
Oh, goodness golly. That's pretty awesome.
There's only one of that card in their whole deck, though, so.
That's cool. Alright. I guess we did it. We
So-
did the thing.
We did it.
So what did you think of this mode? It really changes up the game
I kind
from...
of like it. I want to play... I wouldn't mind trying it again next time, actually, because
Yeah.
I did get a kick out of this mode.
Wing00_G. GG.
GG! GG!
Jeez.
GG's. Yeah, I would totally try it again. I enjoyed it. I mean, I like the classic way. I like this way. They're all pretty fun to me, so... But yeah. Alright, I'm exiting tabletop if I can figure out how.
Cyto3 Dazo. It looks pretty interesting to watch more.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's tough to understand at first, because it's not super clear what's going on, and it's not super easy for me to explain, like, what's happening. But, once you figure it out, it is pretty neat. I've also found that doing, like, poker this way, we played poker, we played Uno earlier today, not on stream, was also surprisingly fun.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to do that on stream at some point. I think that would really be a blast. Let's see if I can figure my stuff out.
Yeah, there's the standard poker table on our weird table, Marvel United table.
I really enjoyed poker more than I thought I would too. I didn't expect it to be quite so enjoyable, but if we did like a
That's
real
more
one...
of the table for poker there.
Alright, I've exited the tabletop. But yeah, anyway, thanks guys. I think we're going to take a small break. Oh dang, I wasn't even facing the computer. Oh well, my bad.
It's over there.
Apparently
Watching
spun
the back
out,
of
was
your
in
head
the
the whole
wrong
time?
face in the wrong direction, like half the stream, but my bad. I don't even notice, like, that's the sign of when you're really into it, is like you completely
Yeah,
detach, and
right.
I have no longer have any like sense of where everybody's
No
at.
ties to the real world.
That's what you
You
want,
left
dude.
the physical behind.
That's chasing the high right there, and then when you get it, like you've lost track, that means you hit it. That's what you want. You caught the dragon, as it were. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop. I will see you guys later if you're around, and thank you for coming by. Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.